This is one of those rare days where we could start at about 4 different stories and do a whole show on it.
Well, left to my own devices, I will always start with the trials and tribulations of the Dallas football Cowboys. This has to be one of those games that probably looked a lot better then than it does now, because it looks like neither of these teams are going much of anywhere, and that especially holds true for the Dallas football Cowboys. After they got their asses thwacked by Detroit, a Detroit team which everybody thought was going to be really, really good this year, and instead has been very up and down. Now, it may be that game against the Cowboys will straighten things out, and that's what they'll turn into the rest of the way, like many people thought. That remains to be seen. But as for the Cowboys, they're in a situation where they have no margin for error anymore.
Well,
they're going to make the tournament.
Can they do damage if they get in? Yeah, I think they can. If they play like they did against Detroit, no, they can't. They'll get embarrassed again.
Well, I thought they could until that game, because I'd pretty much talked myself into leading up to that game into the idea that this was indeed a playoff team. Because look at all the teams in the NFC, and I mean really all across the NFL, who have fallen short of what everybody thought they were going to do based on what they did last year. A lot of teams showed improvement last year, and we all thought that they would just continue to play off of that, and many of them have not. Look at Washington for one. The Washington football team, that's one for sure. As I said, Detroit has had its ups and downs. Everybody was expecting big things from them, but those big things have gone up and down. They still have a chance. And if that team is the team they take into the playoffs, playing games like that, then they could be a load for somebody if that happens.
Could be. And then, you got a couple other teams like that are sneaky good, like Seattle and the Rams. I mean, they're kind of sneaking in a little bit. And
boy, nobody's paying attention to Seattle.
No. And what are they doing? All they're doing is leading the league in defense. I mean, my gosh, that defense is tough.
Yeah. And they play in a division that was supposed to have 2 really good teams in it, and, another that appeared to be so-so, which is pretty much what they've been. But as far as the Rams and the 49ers, I mean, everybody thought they were, surefire contenders.
But you look at both those teams, and you can defense against the Rams.